Nice.
And where did you move from?
So I was living in Nashville, Tennessee,
Okay.
but kind of living. I was like a
Okay.
digital nomad type person.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
So I wasn't really there.
Okay.
I was traveling.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Cool.
But I paid rent in Nashville.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and
Paying
now-
rent in Nashville is a good way to put it.
Yeah, I was. That's where I was paying rent. You know?
Okay. Okay. And you're from there?
I was born in California,
Okay.
so totally different place, West Coast.
Yeah.
I spent most of my early life until I was about 22, based out of somewhere on the West Coast.
Okay.
So I lived in first Northern California, then Southern California.
Okay.
Then I moved up to Seattle.
Okay. Cool.
So all West Coast, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go all the way to the other side.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. North and east.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So to give you a little download of what this is, I told you a little bit. I moved here interviewing people, and the goal is 100 people.
And you're at 52 now.
You are
with me.
53.
Okay.
And I started about 10 days ago.
Okay.
Some of this is like me letting the world, or like learning about the world through other people's eyes. I'm calling it the Sonder Series.
Okay.
The word Sonder in English means the realization that every random passerby, every person, has a life as vivid and complex as your own. Sonder.
That's interesting. I've never heard of that word before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sonder.
Okay, Sonder. I thought it was going to be S-A-U.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll add it to my vocab then.
There we go. And so I'm asking kind of 3 questions to learn.
Okay.
The first question I learned a little bit about, but for the world, what's your story?
My name is Tomazo. I'm 21 years old. I was born in New York and born in Manhattan and raised in Brooklyn to an Italian mother and an Irish father. And when I was 17 and 11 months old, I moved to Bologna, Italy for college, where I've been for the past 3.5 years. And while I was there, I was super psyched to be there. It was a new experience. I met great people. But there was always part of me that was kind of yearning to come back to New York. So as soon as I got a chance to do so now, I came back. I got here the day before yesterday. And now I'm walking around the East Village, Lower East Side, looking for a job to sustain the New York prices. And yeah, that's a short and sweet version, I'd say.
What kind of job do you want?
Well,
Bless you.
That's a large question. I'd say there's many jobs I could want in general in my life. Right now, I think realistically, I'm looking for a job with contact with people. I really enjoy talking to others. I think it's one of my skills. But probably like bartending would be fun, or working in a cool restaurant or a cool shop selling interesting things. Anything I can really get my hands on at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Second question. What problem in the world means the most to you?
What problem in the world means the most to me? It's also another interesting question. I'd say probably migration. For the past couple years, I've been working with volunteering alongside different organizations in Italy and in Germany, which aim to help people with their asylum requests and processes. And I think that it was something that I kind of stumbled into when I was on my study abroad in Berlin. I kind of fell in love with this guy who was really in that circle. So I kind of just started following him blindly, but which is totally real. I won't lie and say that I was.
It's real, yeah.
It was real. So he started doing this and he asked me for help, and obviously I said yes. And then I met a lot of people who were looking for asylum and looking to stay in the EU. And I got to talk to them, and I was never on the other side of the argument. I never thought they were evil people or trying to steal from the system or anything, but I was able to talk to these people and see what they came from, and I think it is today, a huge injustice, and just the way that migration is discussed, I think, doesn't really account for anything in the world, or any historical process, or any political situation anywhere, really. And I think that lots of people have the wrong idea of why people are moving and what their impact is in different places.
Yeah. So discrimination of migrants,
Yeah.
immigrant people,
Yeah.
people seeking asylum.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's a good point. I think it's a really interesting, like, negative kind of connotation for somebody to be an immigrant or to be somebody that's moving, when in reality, like, it's a truth of history.
Yeah, and I think that the world is so fucked at the moment, and everyone's kind of dealing with that in different ways, and migrants are a good outgroup for that, to place the blame onto them for lots of problems. Makes people feel like they're fighting towards something real, tangible, that they can actively fight against, which is obviously fucked, but it's kind of an scapegoat, in my opinion.
I read a really, really good book called The Lessons of History by Will and Ariel Durant.
Okay.
What they did is they won a Pulitzer Prize for writing a book called The History of the World, which is like literally the history of the world, like a ton of pages.
Okay.
And then they took all of the lessons that they learned from studying the history of the world and put it into like 100 pages.
Okay.
Super good book. And one of the interesting things that it talks about is all of these patterns. And one of them being people move. Like there's stuff that happens in the world like war or famine or sickness. And as a result of that, people die, but also people move.
People have been moving since the Bronze Age. It's something that's not new.
Yeah.
And it's something that's going to keep happening. It's new in the sense of nation state that we have now, but it's always been happening.
Yeah.
There's one really good book that I read called Fresh Fruit, Broken Bodies, for an American public, if anyone's interested in learning about an experience of a migrant worker in America. Read that book.
Read the book. Okay. Last question.
Yeah.
Who's the most impressive person that you've met, and what made them impressive to you?
Impressive person that I met. I think it's probably that guy that I fell in love with in Germany. He was, I think, the thing that made him so impressive is he seemed so genuine in everything that he does. And I think something that I get caught up on frequently about myself is that I question my motivation for why I'm doing things or why I act a certain way. Everything gets into question, and I have a trouble finding sometimes this is why I'm doing this. And it seemed like he was so genuine and so pure in everything that he was doing. And maybe that was false, and maybe that was just me falling under his charisma. But it seemed like he was really intelligent and really politically active, and all of the conversations that he had were genuine and honest, and he was always happy to do these things, and it seemed like he never faltered.
Like he really cared about what he was doing.
At least it seemed like it, but he was self-assured, but not in a pompous way. He was self-assured, and he knew he was, and he didn't have to prove it to anybody, which is something that I think is rare.
Yeah.
You meet people like that, but not always. So I think he was the most impressive. He was also extremely intelligent and artistically talented, so it was lots of things together. But
It's good that you fall in love with impressive people.
I think
better than not impressive people.
No, definitely. I can say that for sure. I think maybe in that case, falling in love is a term. I was probably more extremely infatuated, but still, better.
Yeah.
Better than better impressive, I suppose.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Were there some things that you wanted to ask me?
So I think I could ask you so many things. I mean, what are you doing out here in New York?
Yeah. So I moved here a little bit ago. Two reasons for the move. One, my girlfriend, she lives in Williamsburg.
Okay. Cool.
So, move for the girl.
Yeah, obviously.
But second reason is I really like the idea of business. It's just like a model that you can like move around to be as natural to you as you want it to be, and you can use it to solve a problem. My problem is that I haven't found a problem that I really care about yet.
That's why you ask.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons I'm asking is I really care about people. That's the idea of the Sonder Series, is understanding that every person walking by is like a universe in and of themselves, and finding the problem that is really meaningful to the world that I also resonate with. I can then spend the rest of my life working on that problem, and am crazy enough to believe that I can change that problem or help it. So I'm trying to interview 100 people, one, to explore that, but two, to also just like meet my neighbors.
Right.
Like I think I think that the best stories are the most relatable ones. The
Yeah.
people on the internet will be able to see me going from like this random guy that moved to a place that he thought was cool for a girl that he likes and explore the world the way I want to, and then find a problem that I care about, and they'll watch me solve that problem. And the hope is that we'll see that like we can go out and change the little corners of our universe to what we want. At the end of this, I'll try to do a potluck with all 100 people that I've
Okay.
interviewed
Cool.
in New York, and try to bring some smiles to people's faces. Like that's kind of what I'm up to. Is
Cool.
I'm trying to find a problem that I want to solve with the business, and just like interviewing strangers
Okay,
on
that's
park
cool.
benches.
That's cool. And I think it's also nice that you're trying to. The thing that you said about the best stories or most interesting stories, I can't remember the word that you used, being the most relatable ones. I think especially now on the internet, there's kind of this search of presenting yourself as having something, a je ne sais quoi, something unattainable. Everyone kind of wants to present as having this perfect life or the facade or whatever it is. So I think it's
Yeah.
nice to just be like, these are the people I meet on the street living their lives. It's a fresh take.
Like the word impressive, like the way that you know something's impressive is that they went from something to something else. So like the stories being relatable is really important, right? Like I don't want to go say, hey, I'm different than everybody, I have the je ne sais quoi. Like that thing only matters in contrast to like I'm some normal guy that didn't know what he was doing.
Of course, yeah.
It's impressive that I'm interviewing random people on the street and that I'm at 52 in 10 or 11 days. That's impressive, but I'm also just like some random guy doing it, and that's more impressive.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's true.
and I don't know, I think hopefully like doing this in public not only inspires like the people I sit down with, but also like whoever watches.
Yeah,
At the least it's a cool art project.
definitely. You got to make these flowers for it. So.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you're curious about?
I'm sure many things will come later, but for now,
Okay.
I think I'm set.
Somebody give him a job. Very
Please.
personable.
Thank you. I'll take anything.
There we go.
Thank you, dude.
I'm trying to think. I'm in like the business world, so I don't know if I know anybody that's like doing what you're up to. What did you study in Italy?